And we are live. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Checkpoint, brought to you by Strictly Casual, your number one show rounding up all the hottest gaming news stories of the week and discussing all the relevant topics you need to know about. I'm one of your hosts, Vincent DeSantis, today joined by James. These glasses, dude. I was gonna go back to the glasses again. You're absolutely rocking them. I'll say it again.
Thank you, dog. Thank you.
You absolutely are. They look really, really good on you.
Appreciate it.
Audio listeners, thank you so much. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/strictlycasual. Please hit us with a rating on audio platforms and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. As we said last week, Spotify is back up, baby. So Freeze Frame and Checkpoint episodes are up to date. Everything's on there.
Cool.
That was a disaster, but it's there. So all audio platforms should be up and ready to go. We have to change our links in our description because those aren't necessarily done yet, but it's the same. The same place you found it last time is the same place you'll find it now. So thank you guys so much. Today we're talking about Ghostwire Tokyo. We're talking about Kirby, Ghostbusters, Witcher 4, PlayStation buying a new studio, Justice League delay, and so much more. James, how you doing? What you been playing this week?
We're doing good this week. The semester's trying to finally ramp up to a close, and I played a little bit of Elden Ring last weekend.
Yeah.
Beat Radon. I think I beat Radon by last week's episode. But I beat Renala, and
Is Renala the library person? Okay.
Super easy. I think I was a little over leveled for that area, but that's okay. Did that, and so then also this week I jumped into Returnal co-op with Gabe because he bought Returnal, he bought Demon Souls, and he bought one other game that's escaping me right now. But he bought a bunch of PS5 games to play, and so he's loving Demon Souls, and he's loving Returnal.
Yeah.
And the co-op mode is really good. Co-op mode is really, really good.
Good. That's what I've been here. I actually looked for like a pre-owned copy of Returnal this week, but I was like I'm gonna get it. Because I want to play it so badly, but it doesn't make sense for me to buy right now. And I gotta finish Elden Ring. That's the big. I gotta finish Elden Ring. Then I'll get there. But that's good. Anything else?
That's really all I've played.
That's it.
Yeah.
I also played a lot of Elden Ring this week. I think I'm level 45 now, 46. So we're slowly getting up there. I have not beat a boss since Godric. I mean, obviously, like world bosses, but not any like the big bosses. I haven't. Oh, I beat the dragon. I beat a dragon. That was pretty cool.
Which dragon?
The one in Limegrave or Limgrave or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was over leveled for it for sure. I had no idea I would be able to take it. So I was like, oh yeah, I could do this. No problem. But that was good. It was fun. And then I also streamed Elden Ring a little bit, and people told me a bunch of things I had no idea about the game. And I was like, oh, this is cool. They were showing me like hidden things on the map. They're like, oh yeah, if you go here, this is like a mining cave, and you'll get a bunch of smithing stones. I was like, cool, awesome. So that was interesting. And then I've been playing Anno Mutationum to review it for Strictly Casual, and that's been super awesome so far. I'm like 4 hours into that, so
cool.
That'll be fun. But that's and I was out yesterday, just around and about, and just the thought hit me that I needed to re-download Bloodborne, so I re-downloaded it from my app, from the PlayStation app.
The sweet sound of Vincent re-downloading Bloodborne.
So it's there. I can't promise I'll get to it yet, but it's there. It's on my home page. Okay. So
well, if you get around to the DLC area by let me rephrase. If you beat the game and then want to do New Game Plus and get to the DLC area, Gabe and I are going to be going through, made plans and already in October to go through the DLC in October.
That gives me a while. That gives me a while to catch up. Interesting.
But you have to beat the game and beat Vicar Amelia again, which Vicar Amelia was the bane of my existence.
Okay, sure.
In New Game Plus, as in I had to have Gabe join my game
to beat him
and help me beat it.
Okay.
Beat her. Yeah.
All right. Well, first Elden Ring. I gotta get done with Elden Ring first.
Good luck, soldier. It's gonna take 100 hours or so.
That's good. I'm about 30 in, so I got a lot more to go.
Yeah.
All right. Starting up the first thing of the week, we have review roundups, baby. James, tell us what we got from Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo early review scores. They're kind of all over the board. Scylla Canera, never heard of that side before, gave it a 10. Video Games 24/7 gave it a 4 out of 5. Shack News gave it a 9. Game Informer gave it an 8. WCCF Tech gave it an 8. Press Start gave it a 7.5. IGN gave it a 7. Hardcore Gamer gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Game Rant 3.5 out of 5. Video Games Chronicle 3 out of 5. Metro Game Central 4. I assume that's out of 5.
Yeah.
And then Open Critic of 73 with 47 critics and Metacritic of 73 with 42 critics. This game is sitting exactly where I expected it to.
Yeah. This is no surprise here to me. Like,
no surprise.
Connected with a couple people that gave it a little bit higher scores. But the kind of overall sentiment here is that the combat is extremely repetitive and not different enough from the beginning of the game to the end of the game.
And that's exactly what my main concern was when watching the trailer.
Yeah. It looks gorgeous to me. Like, I think it looks
It's very pretty.
All the particles and stuff is super sick, but I don't know. Yeah. It's just it's 73. It's a 73.
It's a 73, which is good. Let's not say that's bad, because that's good.
No. Did I I put these in the wrong ones. So, James, under our Kirby review roundup, I wrote a little snippet from IGN.
Oh, I found it. Here it is.
I swapped these by accident.
Yeah. It says, this is from Cam Shea at IGN. It says, if the moment-to-moment gameplay in particular, if the moment-to-moment gameplay in particular is one-dimensional combat and uninteresting mission design weren't such a disappointment, Ghostwire Tokyo could have truly captivated me. As it stands, the merely adequate stealth and action do little to add to the fantastic setting, but they don't diminish its brilliance either.
Yep. I thought that was a good little thing right there. So yeah, I don't know. Let us know if you're playing Ghostwire Tokyo. I'd love to hear what you think of it.
Yeah.
And then also this week launched Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, which people were stoked about, baby. The only thing that could dethrone Elden Ring currently. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands review scores are pretty damn good, with Destructoid giving it a 9.5, Game Informer 9, GameSpot 9, Vooks 4.5 out of 5, Screen Rant 4.5 out of 5, Press Start 8.5 out of 10, IGN 8, Digital Trends 4.5, Video Game 24/7 4.5. What did I say?
You're saying 4.5.
Oh, 4 out of 5. And then Video Game 24/7 4 out of 5. Video Game Chronicle 4 out of 5, and The Gamer 4 out of 5. So very good scores here. Metacritic is sitting at an 85, and OpenCritic is sitting at an 84. And then we have here a little quote from GameSpot's review from Stephen Petit saying, Kirby and the Forgotten Lands is one of those games that's hard to play without constantly having a silly smile on your face. It's far more than just a cute and charming platformer with colorful visuals, though. This is one of the best platformers on the Nintendo Switch, thanks to its brilliantly designed stages and a dynamic arsenal of abilities that constantly shake up the moment-to-moment platforming and action. Consistently shake up. And Franken Kirby, if you're reading this review, please don't eat me. I don't have any cool powers anyway. I guess Franken Kirby is a character in the game. So, cool.
Well, I assume it's a form of Kirby.
Okay, yeah. Because Kirby's, he gives the big suck in these games. The massive suck. Everything.
He is the throat goat.
He sure is. So yeah.
I can't wait to play this damn game.
Yeah.
I might play this over the summer.
It looks a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of fun.
I love Kirby. Vincent, have I told you about Kirby?
No.
My experience with Kirby?
No, not at all.
Kirby Superstar. I think it's what it's called. Kirby Superstar Ultra. Kirby Superstar Ultra is absolutely insane. Came out for the Nintendo DS.
Okay.
Back in like 2000.
Oh. Yeah. I've played this.
You've played this?
Yep. On the
this
DS.
game is absolutely okay. Good. This game is absolutely insane. It's a remake of one of the older games. So many different Kirby forms that are all unique, and if this can even touch that,
wow,
I'm happy.
Wow, that'd be incredible.
It's just so much fun. There's so much gameplay variation.
Yeah, everything I've seen, I've forgotten. Oh, Forgotten Lands has a free demo on Switch, by the way.
Oh shit! You already know I'm gonna play that.
I saw someone stream that the other day. I was like, how are you playing this right now? He's like, oh, it's just the demo. I was like, sick. I gotta download that and play that, because I'd love to get a sense. Like, even if I don't buy it right now, I'd love to just get a sense of what everybody's loving about it.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Next up, the next Witcher game is in development. This comes from Polygon. My goodness. Oh my God, I need to
run it back. That's fine. No worries. All good.
All right, everyone. Oh my God, and my camera's bugging out now too.
What
the hell is going on?
It's all good.
I can't record this. Well, I need to start a new recording.
That's fine.
This is ridiculous.
There we go.
Okay,
Perfect.
we're gonna try this again. Okay. Next up, the next Witcher game is in development. This is Polygon. The next entry in The Witcher is currently in development at CD Projekt Red. The studio announced Monday. CD Projekt Red did not provide any information on platforms or release window, but did release a teaser image for the game that may eventually be known as The Witcher 4, a Witcher medallion with glowing red eyes, partially covered by a field of snow, with the tagline, "A new saga begins." In addition, CD Projekt Red said that it's instead of its in-house Red engine, the studio, which I think that's the engine, correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, that Cyberpunk 2077 uses.
Yeah, correct. I
Got
think I
it.
added something at the end about that too.
Cool. The studio is switching to Unreal Engine 5 for the follow-up to 2015's The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt. The move comes as a part of a multi-year strategic partnership with Epic Games, the maker of Unreal Engine. CD Projekt Red said in a news release. That sounded weird to me. Sorry.
All good. All
Um,
good.
That doesn't mean that publisher CD Projekt will sell the next Witcher game exclusively via the Epic Games Store. The company is, quote, not planning on making the game exclusive to one storefront, end quote. It said in a Twitter reply from the Witcher franchise's official account. Instead, CD Projekt Red's partnership with Epic Games, quote, covers not only licensing but technical development of Unreal Engine 5, as well as potential future versions of Unreal Engine where relevant, unquote. According to the news release, in addition, developers from the Polish studio will work with Epic to, quote, help tailor the engine for open world experiences, unquote. For now, the next Witcher game is the only CD Projekt Red title under this partnership with Epic. CD Projekt Red confirmed Monday that the previously announced expansion for Cyberpunk 2077 is still being developed in the Red engine, the same technology behind the base game.
Yeah.
The first teaser image for The Witcher 4 suggests that its main character could be Ciri, the adopted daughter of Ciri's protagonist, Geralt. Also, I want to say, because they're branding it as a new saga, the question is whether or not they're going to be branding this game as The Witcher 4.
Right.
It might not be branded as a sequential title because the whole tagline is that it's a new saga.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think we will definitely see The Witcher and then subtitle like under that. They'll keep it under the Witcher brand because I think that's like,
well, if it's the same character.
right. Uh-oh. James cut out here.
Oh, God. I know. It's my camera.
All good. All good.
We're back.
Yeah. So, because I think The Witcher itself is such a big like name. Everybody knows it now because of like we have the Netflix show now too. So that's expanded into people that haven't even touched the games or that kind of thing.
Right.
So this is so exciting, James. I want to play Witcher 3 Wild Hunt so badly. I have it. I bought it when it was on sale for like $10 for the game of the year. I'm just waiting for that next gen upgrade that they promised.
Yeah.
But I have like no context to anything Witcher because I've played a little bit of Witcher 2 on a Mac, on my MacBook on Steam. So that was an experience, but I haven't even seen the show or anything.
Well, do you understand the plot behind the third game?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. So let me give you the rundown.
Give me the rundown.
So Witcher 3 starts where you're like old grizzled Geralt.
Sure.
He's like, I mean, I guess I don't know how old he is because he kind of like Witchers live for a really, really, really long time.
Okay.
But the whole game is about you going out and finding Ciri, who is like basically like this adopted daughter, like very much that kind of dynamic between the two characters. And she is like going off doing her own thing in the world, and throughout the game you kind of switch places between Geralt and Ciri.
Yeah.
And then toward the end of the game they reunite. Ciri becomes a core part of the story. I mean, she is through the whole game.
Yeah.
But
so
even more so because they occupy the same space, and then you have to defend against the Wild Hunt, which is like this this sort of ambiguous ethereal force.
Okay.
That like
see, I'm all about that. This is like I'm like I could be all in on this easily. I know I'm gonna be all in on it.
It's a Vincent-esque game.
In terms of story. Another thing that I didn't mention, the poster thing that shows what is it called? The Witcher. It's like a Witcher symbol. It's a lynx. That's what CD Projekt Red confirmed, which is, I guess, from School of Lynx, which is something that like Ciri was a part of or something like that. That's where the rumor's coming that, we might play as Ciri in this game, but we don't really know.
Does she wear a Lynx medallion? I'm
not sure. It's like more in the lore of it that she's, I don't know, a part of the School of Lynx or something. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Also, Geralt has cool nicknames. Like I was
Yeah.
writing up our TikToks for this video, right? For how we're gonna
hmm
break that up. And White Wolf is just pretty. It's just a pretty badass nickname that he
It is
has.
a badass nickname.
It doesn't get any cooler than that.
Okay, so Ciri does not wear a Lynx medallion, but there are other characters
Okay,
who do wear the Lynx medallion.
got it.
Wait, no, there aren't. This person is not wearing Lynx medallion, but
Yeah, it
this
was a
person
lore
is.
thing that I was reading about on like Screen Rant or something. I was reading an article
Yeah.
on. So we'll have to see.
Mm.
But I'm so excited. I'm so excited. First to play Witcher 3, and then by the time I'm finished with that, maybe we'll be closer to a Witcher 4 with the trailer or something. I don't know. James, you
Yeah,
excited at all?
I'm very excited. I need to really finish The Witcher 3
Yeah.
because I put like 100 hours into it, but I still didn't finish it.
Damn. Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna restart it and put another 100 hours into it.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
But until then, if we've gotten any of the lore or gameplay or the story parts of The Witcher wrong, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah. I'm no Witcher expert. I don't claim to be, and I'm definitely not.
It's been probably a year or so since I played The Witcher, and that's all of the knowledge I'm going off.
Sure.
So I could very much be wrong on any of this. So please let us know. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch the whole podcast, become a member here on YouTube or listen to the whole thing for free on audio platforms.
Thanks, y'all. Bringing it in to the next topic, we have the new Ghostbusters game announced, and it's a first-person 4v1 battle against spooks, specters, and ghosts. This comes from Polygon. A new Ghostbusters game from the developer of Friday the 13th, the game, and Predator Hunting Grounds is coming to consoles and PC later this year. On Tuesday, developer Ilphonic announced Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed, an all-ages take on its brand of 4 vs 1 asymmetric multiplayer games, where you play as your own Ghostbusters team or take on the role as a ghost hellbent on wrecking haunted havoc. Now, James, before I get into this, I watched the trailer. What are your initial thoughts on what you saw of Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed?
I didn't watch the trailer.
Okay. So right off the bat, I'm like, damn, it's another 4-player co-op. Like,
It's another isometric.
we have a lot of those.
Yeah.
We have a
We
lot
do
of
have
those
so
that came
many.
out that failed horribly at the end of the year last year. Back for
Yeah.
Blood. Nobody's talking about that right now. Not that that was a failure, because it was really fun. It's just,
It wasn't really isometric though. It's 4-player co-op, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's isometric.
that's true. And then we had Aliens Fireteam. I haven't heard anybody talk about that. We've had
Nope.
Rainbow Six Extraction.
We
Played
also have
one
Predator
match.
Hunting Grounds.
Predator Hunt. Well, that came out like a year ago, like more than a year ago, though, like a while
Sure,
ago.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Like, and those 3 all came out within like the span of 2 months. It feels like maybe less. And it's tough. That's a tough one. But it is kind of a cool storyline. I think it gets into it here. So as Ghostbusters, players will wield proton packs, particle throwers, ghost traps, and PKE meters in first person in order to track, attack, and subdue ghosts as a team of 4. As one of a variety of playable ghosts, players will also terrorize everyday citizens in a variety of locations, possess objects in the environment, and teleport across maps using rifts. Ghosts aren't defenseless either. They can slime and stun at the enemy Ghostbusters team as they try to haunt each map to completion. Your Ghostbusters team will set up shop in the original film's firehouse, complete with the Ecto-1 in the group's garage. Winston Zedmore, voiced by Ernie Hudson, will offer guidance there, while Ray Stantz, voiced by Dan Aykroyd, God bless him, will
Very
give
cool.
insight into the spectral world from Ray's occult book, conveniently located just across the street from the firehouse for the purpose of the game. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed is set in the film's canon after the events of 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife. Spirits Unleashed will even borrow from the film It's Okay, Good even to cross streams to let players unleash a powered-up team particle beam. Players will not, however, get a chance to drive the Ecto-1 as part of their Ghostbusting outings. And this will release on PS4, 5, PC, Epic Game Store, Xbox One, Series X. So I think this is cool that it's part of the canon. The story trailer is kind of cool. It's like some of the main Ghostbusters here are like, they're getting too old, they need to retire, so they need to train up this new generation of Ghostbusters to take on these new threats, and you create your character so you're a Ghostbuster. Yeah, I don't know, it looks interesting. It looks like a fun time.
Okay, I'm actually very excited for this because I remember playing the Ghostbusters game that came out in the early 2000s.
Okay, yeah.
And like I don't know, like 2008, 2010, something like that.
Sure.
And it was great. I love the first person model.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what's up with my voice today. Wow. Also the development team is very good. Like they kind of like do this sort of style of game very well.
They do. Yep. And I mean, they've kind of proved it with Predator got good reviews, and so did Friday the 13th, the game.
Yes. So
Um,
I think if there's anyone, it should be them.
yeah. Yeah, it looks interesting. This would be a perfect Game Pass and Sony Spartacus game, baby.
Yep.
This is exactly what this is for.
Yep. I agree.
Yep. That's all. That's all I
All
got
right.
on
Next
Ghostbusters.
up. Yeah, I mean, it's Ghostbusters,
It's
baby.
Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call?
Thanks. Thanks for that.
Who you gonna call?
Uh-huh.
PlayStation to buy Jade Raymond's Haven Studios, Sony's first developer in Canada, eh? This comes from GamesIndustry.biz. PlayStation has agreed to fully acquire Haven Studios, the development team led by Assassin's Creed, Star Wars, and Google Games veteran Jade Raymond. It follows Sony's initial investment in the studio in March last year. Ever since, the team has been working on an exclusive new IP for PlayStation, which has now been revealed as a live service experience built upon a systemic and evolving world. Haven Studios is an emerging studio with an exceptional team of talent, and we're delighted to welcome them into PlayStation as our first game development studio in Canada, said Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Jim Ryan. The studio's focus on creating an original AAA multiplayer game will not only flex the power of PlayStation 5, but will further expand upon the diverse gaming catalog of gaming experiences that can only be found on PlayStation. PlayStation Studios boss Herman Holst added, Jade has built a world-class team with the creative and technical prowess necessary to deliver on such an ambitious project. We value the studio's dedication to building a player-first, collaborative, thrilled
Uh-oh.
to have.
We got some big frozen. Hold up. Hold with me for a sec, y'all.
Oh,
Okay, now you're back. Go back and say that last point one more time. Sorry, it completely cut out and froze out.
okay. PlayStation Studios boss Herman Holst
There
added,
we
Jade
go.
has built a world-class team with the creative and technical prowess necessary to deliver on such an ambitious project. We value the studio's dedication to building a player-first, collaborative game environment that can last for generations and are thrilled to have them officially become part of PlayStation Studios.
Yeah, cool. And people are really excited about this because it has the Haven Studios is led by Jade Raymond, who did Assassin's Creed, Star Wars, and a couple Google games. And people are excited to have her on the team, which is cool. So this could be anything. We remember like 2 years ago. No, not 2 years ago. Like a year ago, PlayStation specifically said they're diving in. They're like 6 live service games that they want that carries on for years and years and years. I'm assuming this
Mm-hmm.
is planning to be one of those. That's what it's sounding like.
Yes.
We have no idea what kind of game this will be, but
Nope.
AAA multiplayer. That's all we got so far. I don't know. I'm interested to say the least. I just kind of want to know like what kind of game it's gonna be.
I I have a thought about live
Hit me.
service games in general and Sony's model about having multiple live service games.
Yeah.
And this is my main gripe with it. This is a criticism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the purpose of having multiple live service games. And this is what I mean by that. Live service games kind of want to be the only game you play.
Yeah.
They very much entice a lot of player investment and like rewarding players for putting a lot of time into their games.
Yeah.
And so my question is, with having a model that's kind of predicated on having a lot of these, maybe it is just like, oh, pick the one that you like best.
Mm-hmm.
But like, that's kind of a weird assumption to make if you're putting out all these super quality live service games. Like,
Yeah.
it almost seems counterintuitive to put out a lot of them especially when they have one as prominent and successful as Destiny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It just seems a little counterintuitive to me, and I can't really I can't get my head around why they would do that. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it is just like a different style of game, like a bit different style. Maybe it's like more like third person action RPG or like
Well,
that. But I mean, how many different flavors of live service
yeah. And
game can you have?
I think you nailed it when you said like some of these are just gonna straight up appeal to people differently than like each game will
Right.
appeal a certain audience. And with a lot of live service games and big, huge games like this, they pull in a lot of people at the beginning. And it's only the people that really connect with it and love it that really stick around and to take advantage of the live service options. But I'm
Right.
assuming they're still banking on whatever the first initial paywall is, the $60, the $70 game with no expansions. You know what I mean? They'll
Sure.
get a lot of people to buy those, and they know they'll, if they're PlayStation exclusive, that kind of thing, they'll have the hype and marketing there to sell a lot of these live service games, even if those people don't stick around. But the option's there for them to spend money if they do stick around. And I think that's what they're kind of like relying on with all these ones.
Hmm.
So, but I totally understand what you're saying. Like, also, if it's a live service game and you're investing a bunch of time into it, are you less likely to pick up other games that are coming out? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I know Destiny. I know I'm friends with a lot of Destiny people that just strictly play Destiny. They have no interest in anything else. Like they're like,
Right.
I'm good with this. Like I don't need to play anything else. I'm like, you're missing a lot of flavors here. Like you were
Well, I
saying.
mean, if another live service game came out, would you like
Yeah,
say like like a Fortnite-esque
sure.
game like revamp? Would you consider like say Destiny just dropped an expansion
Yeah,
but there's also another game like coming out that's
yeah.
another live service title. Like what would you do? Because I know you are a huge Destiny
It's
fan.
that's a tough one for me because like I'm still playing the Destiny expansion that's happening right now,
Right.
and I love it. But it's so tough for me to be like, oh, like I just want to play Elden Ring right now, or I just want to play Destiny right now, even though like that's a hard time split. I don't have all the time in the world to play video games anyways right now. So if a brand new live service game comes out, I'm way more likely to just go, oh, and like a brand new game's coming out and a new Destiny expansion. I'm definitely leaning Destiny first because I know I have the time investment there. I know like what I'm doing in that game. I can easily like level up or start doing a hard mission,
Right.
something like that. Whereas the new one, I'm trying to figure out systems. Is it even any interest to me? I know there's a Destiny expansion, and I'm like, I would always be teetering over to it. But that's just like loyalty because I have 1,000+ hours on Destiny 2 or whatever, you know? But I'm sure that's
Right.
gonna be different for every person.
Which is what I'm going back to and saying
Yeah.
like if people have had their live service shtick
Mm.
or their live service, I don't know, their one that they're continually going back to.
Yeah.
Why would you get like what's the incentive to switch this other one other than like just stylistic or maybe it's just a different
Yeah, I
type
don't
of game?
I think the different type of game thing because like I know for instance, we talked about Blizzard's survival game. That's going to be like a live service thing.
Yeah.
There's the two different world dealio that
Uh-huh.
they're thinking like that.
Uh-huh.
Everything we read about that is like this looks awesome. And they're Blizzard. We talked about how they're great at bringing a very niche type of game to a broader audience, and I think that is exactly what I would need to get into a survival game or something like that. A lot more
Mhm.
accessible. And I know that they said that's live service and everything. That is where something I'm going to be keeping an eye on for sure. But like I have Destiny's a shooter. It's a shooter and you shoot things. There's so many other type of games, so I know like I'll get my fix of that there. Like Battlefield sure didn't give me my fix of that this year. COD didn't even try it, not buying that. But like I enjoy shooters a lot. Like I like
Yeah.
them. It feels good to play. But Destiny, boom, I went back to it, and even though I've played it a bunch of times before, I know I can get that shooter fix. But I don't have that fix on other type of games. Like I guess I have Elden Ring right now, which is like my third person fix that I want right now. But like
Mhm.
I don't have a bigger game. Like I'm not into Final Fantasy 14 or things like this where it's a lot going on. Um, so there's like so many different types of games. I could see myself playing two live service games at the end of the day.
Hmm. Hmm.
Six though, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's just a really interesting model to me.
Yeah. I just really think right now, in this age of video games, there is always going to be a conversation around a certain game happening at a certain time, and it is going to be absolutely impossible to keep up with all of them. I'm talking like,
Yeah.
even right now, we have conversations with people, and they're like, oh my God, you didn't play this game? Like, how did you not play this game? How did you miss it? There's so many games. Like, that one happened to slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
Imagine 10 years from now. Like, oh, were you there? Like Kirby came out and that was like such a big thing for somebody. It's like, I didn't get it on release day. It took me like a long time. Maybe I didn't even get to it or something like that.
Hmm.
And they're like, oh, how did you miss that? Bro, Horizon, Elden Ring, like listen to all these
Yeah.
games and people are missing out on like Horizon right now. Some people I'm sure are
That's
missing out
me.
on Elden Ring. Yeah, there's so many different things. It's absolutely going to be impossible to try to keep up with all of these things. You're really going to have to pick and choose. Unless you have all the time in the world. then God bless you. I hope you're caught up on everything because that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Unless you are a streamer whose sole job is to
Yeah,
play games.
which would be pretty epic, Pretty awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all I got in there. But interesting. I'm excited to see what the live service plans are that Sony has so outlined in the last little while.
Right.
Yeah, but that
What do
Blizz
you think we can get like a Disney style
a
roadmap?
roadmap. I think that is absolutely possible. Dude, they have so many studios working on stuff and we
Right.
don't know. That's so exciting to me that we don't know what 3/4 of these people are working on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think like an E3 type thing where we might get trailers for a couple new things or like announcements, but I would love a PlayStation stream soon or a PlayStation event that really would detail like here's the next 3 years. Here's like what we got going on. That'd be awesome.
Could be this June.
Could be this June. And I want to be there so badly.
I
So,
mean, I think he'll do a streamed event. I don't think it'll be a live thing.
yeah. I'm talking I don't want another I mean, yeah, I want more state plays. They're pretty cool, but like a big event happening.
Mm-hmm.
That would be where to do that. Not like here's a 15-minute state of play where we detail our plans for the next couple of years.
Like a PlayStation experience.
Yeah, I want a PlayStation experience bad. But until then, we have more delays, James. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been delayed to 2023.
Again.
Rocksteady Studios said on Wednesday, confirming an earlier report that said the DC comic superhero adventure wouldn't make its launch target this year. Quote, I know a delay is frustrating, but that time is going to make the best game we can. Or is going into making it the best game we can, Sefton Hill, the game director, said on Twitter. I look forward to bringing the chaos to Metropolis together. Thanks for your patience. The game starring Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark was first announced during DC Fandom in August 2020 and was giving a 2022 launch window at that time. It'll launch on PS5, Windows PC, and Xbox Series X, so it's only a PC and next-gen console, well, current-gen console. And Kill the Justice League will be the first game from Rocksteady Studios since 2015's Batman Arkham Knight. Warner Brothers has another Batman title in the works, Gotham Knights, but that's launching October 25th. So, this is Kill the Justice League's third delay. Remember, we got a delay just a couple months ago on this game.
Yep.
That said end of 2022.
I think it's a mess.
You think it's a mess?
I think it's a mess.
I don't know. I just again, we were talking about this the other day when we were talking about the Gotham Knights news. It doesn't entice me. Like, the trailers are cool and the graphics are incredible, but the actual gameplay that they've shown me is not enticing so far.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it changes my mind. I hope it's incredible.
I'm glad they are delaying it, because the more delays that happen,
Yeah.
even though that's kind of indicative of problems going on, that does give them a chance to iron out those problems and really make this game into something they're happy with and something consumers are going to be happy with.
Absolutely. I'm okay with the delay. And I mean, there's so many games coming out this year. So happily toss it on to next year.
Happily wait another year.
No, I got a lot of stuff to catch up on. So
got nothing but time.
Nothing but time. That's all I got there.
Next up, Mass Effect director Casey Hudson is making a new sci-fi game. This comes from Polygon. Humanoid Studios, led by former BioWare boss and Mass Effect director Casey Hudson, officially has an update on its first big game. The website for the studio now details it is developing a, quote, all-new science fiction universe, unquote. Our current project is a multi-platform AAA game focusing on character-driven narrative in an all-science fiction universe, reads the website. Sounds familiar. Additionally, there are a handful of concept images on the site, giving some slight hints at what the game might be about. Most of them are pretty standard sci-fi images of far-off planets and space explorers. One particularly evocative image sees a small humanoid astronaut looking up at a large, vaguely skull-shaped structure that looms over the eerie landscape. There are no further plot details, but here's hoping we can smooch some aliens, baby.
Amen.
Hudson founded Humanoid Studios in June 2020 after departing his 2-decade-long career at BioWare. That's a long-ass career.
Yeah.
Where he oversaw Knights of the Old Republic and the Mass Effect trilogy. He had originally left BioWare in 2014, though returned in 2017 before leaving again in 2020. Hudson's second departure from BioWare also coincided with Dragon Age lead Mark Dara leaving the studio.
Yeah.
This is very early details. I just really love the games that Casey Hudson has worked on. The original Mass Effect trilogy is incredible. One of my favorite franchises, I'd probably say. Mass
Nice.
Effect 2 being one of my favorite games ever. Um, and I'm just excited for whatever this ends up being. I think
Yeah.
it'll be a long, long time. I want to say uh, like 3-4 years before it releases, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Um, but especially because it seems to be a very like small studio.
This is gonna be one of those things where like in a year from now, we talk about like an article is like, oh my god, Casey Hudson's new game is this. I'm like, and then you're like, we talked about it a year ago, remember? And then it's like, we've had that so many times on here. It's like the game
Yep.
gets announced, we talked about this already.
Yep.
Yeah. I still never played Mass Effect, which is heartbreaking. That's
It's
another
on
one I
Game
gotta get
Pass.
on. Canceled, bro. Canceled my Game Pass.
Yep. I canceled mine too.
I had to. Uh,
Yep.
I wasn't jumping into Forza enough. If I was jumping into Forza a little bit more, I would have kept it, but
Yeah.
I haven't. But if you do have it, you get 3 months of Paramount Plus, so you can watch the Halo show.
Yep.
So that's interesting. I'm excited for the Halo show this week. I'm excited to watch the
I
first
was
episode.
until I heard how bad it was.
Yeah. No, I didn't hear it's bad. The quotes that the director said was bad. That he didn't reference the game because he wanted to make
No,
his own thing.
I heard that it was bad. Like I heard it was awful.
Do you know what I hear wasn't bad though? Is Sonic 2. I heard Sonic 2 is good.
I'm so excited.
Did you watch Sonic 1?
No, I still haven't seen it.
James, it's great. It's so
I know.
good.
I hear it's so much fun.
It's so fun. You have to watch it. I was so surprised. I can't wait for the second one.
Halo show review scores are very mid. It's got like a 3.8.
Okay.
In like just the Google, it's got like 60% on Metacritic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll still watch it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yep.
Next up, our final big story of the week. Fortnite has got rid of building, James. They just said, you know what? It's gone.
God save the queen.
God save, I guess. But Fortnite, I hate to say it, building might be the only interesting thing about the game. It's hard. It's impossible to keep up with, but I think it's the only thing that sets it apart. Other than that, it's just a basic ass third game or third person shooter.
I disagree, just because I think the in-game events keep it interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think without the in-game events, yes, it's boring, but because they circulate so much new content and new things to do, and new like game types, and like the whole Thanos thing was really cool with like who plays different Avengers. That was so cool. I think those sort of experiences set it up.
Yeah, absolutely. But from like a day-to-day game.
Oh yeah, the bones of Fortnite are basic as hell.
Yeah. This comes from. Where did this come from?
Andrew Webster. The Verge.
Okay. He talks about all the way Fortnite has been periodically adding in more methods of movement, from ziplining to web swinging to vehicles, and you can slide now. There's even first-person guns in Fortnite. They're really just going at it. Which brings us to building, or lack thereof. The iconic feature has been removed from the game, though most players agree that it's likely a temporary change. For the uninitiated, building has long been one of the most unique traits of Fortnite. But the more interesting thing will be what happens when building comes back to the game. Rumors suggest that its absence will only last for the first 9 days of the season, which kicked off on Sunday. So it could be a short-lived blip in Fortnite's surprisingly long life, but given developer Epic's propensity for dramatic changes, I wouldn't be surprised if building looked very different when it did return, or if its removal eventually became permanent. I don't think it'll be permanent, maybe a game mode. I think it's just going to be a permanent game mode. One of the things that have kept the game vibrant for so long is that it's always shifting in new ways. A single update can have a huge impact on the overall experience. Building is one of Fortnite's most defining features, but then again, so was the original island. We gotta admit, Fortnite, they got some big balls on them sometimes. Like, for them just to not announce that they're getting rid of building and just going for it.
Do it. They just did it.
Especially when this is at the beginning of a new season where people are $10, like every single season, plus skins for $20, whatever. People just throw in $10 and be like, oh wait, my favorite part of the game is gone. Like, that's a big balls move, but people are enjoying it. Like, the streaming, like big streamers that haven't been playing it for years are jumping back on and trying it out.
I might jump back in.
Yeah, I want to hear what you think.
I am the Fortnite hater.
The Fortnite hater.
I am the Fortnite hater, and this could bring me back in.
When the God of War skin comes back on Fortnite, when Kratos comes back, I'll buy it. Next time it's in the store, okay? I'll throw $20 at it right now. I'll jump into Fortnite with you, James. I'll do it. I'll download it right after this episode, and we can plan a little rendezvous tonight.
But it is huge. It is a big ass game.
Well, it's on my PC, so I'll just play it on my PC. It's good. It's crossplay. They make it easy.
My PC has even less room than my PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I have it downloaded because I was doing some work for my boss where he would play Fortnite, and then I would spectate and get different camera angles for YouTube videos. It was pretty. It was pretty cool. It was interesting. I had never done that before.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to try this out, but people seem to be liking it a lot. I'm sure this will be a permanent game mode in the future, but not actually the main game forever. Building is like iconic to Fortnite. I think. Dog.
Big shoulder shrug from me.
You gotta put some hours in, James. You gotta get the grind on, okay?
Shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna. Shut the fuck up. I don't have to put hours into shit.
You gotta put 500 hours in, or you can't talk about building.
Right.
That's just how it goes.
Right.
Yeah, you have to. But that's all we got on Fortnite. James, take us into our favorite part of the show.
Stories without a story. This is random fun stuff. First up, Godfall Ultimate Edition is coming to Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S on April 2nd.
That means Godfall couldn't make enough money on PlayStation's exclusivity and decided, let's reach out. Let's see if we can get a couple extra sales on this bad boy. Yep. I still want to play it.
Is it coming to Game Pass?
No word on that yet.
Okay.
No, they want to sell it, dude. They need that money. They want to sell it.
I don't think they should get the money.
Remember when we got absolutely jebaited and PlayStation Plus gave us Godfall, but it was a Challenger edition and it was only endgame activities that so you couldn't actually play the story?
Yes.
Yeah, that was stupid. That was PlayStation. That was stupid.
Really stupid. It was DLC.
Yeah. Hey, but don't forget before March is over, download Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner's incredible. Make sure you add it to the library. Also, Sonic Team Racing is there. I don't know. I haven't played Sonic Team Racing.
That game's fun.
All right, so add that to the library. Yeah. And we have Ghost Tsushima Legends mode is a part of it. So download that because that's really good. That's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. Next up on RFS, Boca Game Studio celebrates 26th anniversary of Resident Evil this week, teasing a surprise coming soon on their YouTube channel. And an image was attached to that with PS1 style discs of some Resident Evil games. Right? Yeah, of 7 newer games.
Cool. Very, very cool. Square Enix is teaming up with Qualcomm to work on immersive gaming experiences. XR, which is the blanket term for AR, MR, and VR. Yeah. So that's
what is MR?
Mixed reality.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Using the Snapdragon Spaces developer platform. Ben Taylor, Square Enix technical director, said, quote, "In particular, we think the time is right with XR to innovate on games of a classic genre we are especially known for and look forward to sharing them with the world to further our mission to help spread happiness across." Unquote.
Yeah. Very cool. We have new Nintendo Switch update is out, including the ability to put games in groups and folders and all that good stuff.
Yep. PlayStation 5 software and controller software updates are out with UI improvements, private party.
Did you see on Twitter people were concerned that PlayStation Network was down in the morning because of the update? Yes. It was interesting. Mine updated in early in the morning, woke me up because it was in rest mode. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? But I never had any problems with PSN that day. I guess they must have fixed it before I hopped on.
Either. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, my controller updated too. I don't know what the difference is on that one for controller software. That's it. That's all I got, baby.
That's it, baby.
That's episode 105. Wrap us up, James. Any last words?
5. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with us today through technical difficulties and everything. Don't subscribe. Don't forget to leave a rating on audio platforms.
It just blanked out everything you just said right there, like you were talking and no audio came through.
Damn it.
It was thank you so much for watching, but nothing was coming out.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with us through all the technical difficulties. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a rating on audio platforms.
And on audio platforms, just like us, follow us. It helps. That's yes. A big thing too, because then it doesn't auto download it, but it auto adds it to your library. That way you're always updated on when the next one comes out, which is cool.
Yep.
and it won't waste space on your phone if it doesn't auto download. We appreciate you guys a bunch. We will see you oh wait, before we go, there's a couple cool videos coming out pretty soon. We got Ryder's working on his Moon Knight video right now. That'll be out before that'll be out this weekend. So that's everything you need to know about Moon Knight before you watch the Moon Knight show, that kind of thing, or like who the character
It's out
is.
next week, right?
Yeah. The show comes out next week, next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this video will come out this weekend at some point.
Mhm.
And then we're working on an Anno review, as well as what was another thing? There was one more. Oh yeah, we did a Marvel Theory video with Tope, or Heroes Reforged. Not Heroes Reforged. Yeah, Heroes Reforged. I believe that's his at. You can find him on TikTok and Twitter and stuff, but he's really big in the Disney Marvel space, so that's going to be a cool collaboration video that we did with him. So yeah, keep tuned for all that kind of stuff, and we will see you guys next time.